All right. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, excellent. Nabiul Islam, what are you called generally? You know, short name क्या है तुम्हारा?
Sir, Nirop.
Huh?
Nirop.
Nirop.
Yes, sir.
Achha. So you're from Bengal or something?
Yes, sir, from Bangladesh.
All right. Okay. Okay. Can you hear me now? From Bangladesh.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. Good. Excellent. So, how are you interested in this Nabiul Islam interview kind of questions? What are you called generally?
Sir, actually, I'm a repeater. Sir, I did in my previous attempt, I got red card. Yes, so I have another chance.
So
this
from
time
Bengal or something?
I want to improve myself. I watched your video on YouTube,
Okay.
learned some guideline from there.
From Bangladesh. Okay. So which entry were you appearing for? So,
Sir,
were you interested in this Nabiul Islam? Yeah. Which entry?
BAFA 86. Sir, BAFA 86, sir. Bangladesh Air Force Academy 86 entry.
Okay. So, are you finding these classes useful for you also?
Sir, I did. Yes, sir. Obviously, sir. I got red card.
So I have another chance. In fact, I had one of
I want to improve myself.
the officers from Bangladesh Air Force, doing a
some
course
guideline
with
from
me
there.
a long time back. So which entry were you appearing for? Something.
Sir,
So, chalo, good that you're finding it useful. Just a minute, huh? Were you interested in this Nabiul Islam? Yeah, which entry?
BAFA 86. Sir, BAFA 86, sir. Sir, my internet connection is unstable. I am joining again, sir. Entry.
Okay. So, are you finding these classes useful for you also?
Sir, I did. Yes, sir. Obviously, sir. I got red card. So I have another chance.
In fact, I had one of
I want to improve myself.
the officers from Bangladesh Air Force, doing the students, and he says that he has an interest in what do you call e-toys, right? So I asked him about the Tesla car, right? So it goes with that interest, isn't it? So there is something, that would revolve around what background you're coming from. What is it that excites you the most?
Sir, news related to education. What is happening towards next? What are the new points coming and adding to our education?
Yeah, that is one. What else? What is it that excites you the most?
Sir, like the news of sports what is happening
news related to education,
the
what is
related
happening towards
issues
next,
to
what are the new
Yes.
like
points
COVID
coming and
vaccines.
adding to our education.
Absolutely.
Like
Right. So कहीं ना कहीं इन चीज का ताल्लुक आपकी लाइफ से है, right? Maybe you are also interested in sports. Are you interested in sports?
sir, not too much, sir.
Okay. So anyway,
that is one.
your area of
What
interest
else?
will reflect on the kind of things that you read.
So like
So Nishchay, okay, just are you with me? Okay, Rishikesh, go ahead.
Sir, I was telling about the train that have burned by railway student aspirant.
Nishchay, okay, just now are you with me? Will you talk about news which is
Rishikesh, go ahead.
destructive, which is a negative kind of a news, or
Sir,
you will
I
present
was
it in
telling
this
about
manner, or will you
the
talk about
train that have
something
burned
which
by
is more
railway student aspirant.
something more positive? Rishikesh,
now are you with me?
वो भी न्यूज है,
Will you
है ना?
talk about
किसी का मर्डर हो गया, कहीं डाका डल गया, वो भी तो न्यूज है। और तो न्यूज चैनल में तो सबसे बड़ी न्यूज वही सब होती है।
I was telling about
or will you
So is that
train that have
really
burned by
relevant news for you to talk about?
railway student aspirant.
I can yes understand. Yes, there is this issue of aspirants
news है
vying for that railway jobs. Yes,
किसी का मर्डर हो गया,
but it can be projected in a slightly different manner.
न्यूज चैनल में तो सबसे बड़ी
That is what we are trying to see is not your knowledge कि आपने पेपर में कितना 1 मिनट में 100 खबरें, right? उस तरह का आपने पढ़ा और हमने आपको नंबर दे दिए. No, we are looking at what is relevant and what is important. Both the things. It has.
Anyway, so yeah, it's a positive news for me in that sense.
Yes. चलो that's good. So अभी बताओ कि अगर आपसे पूछा जाए कि इंटरव्यू में कि tell me something that has caught your attention in the last let us say 1 month or so, what news would come to your mind?
It has
Okay, so yeah. So sir, the first thing is we have a requirement थी और अभी जैसे हम बाकी कंट्रीज के साथ भी चल रही हैं जो स्पेशली हमारी नेबरिंग और जो हमारी एक्टिव पॉलिसी है, उसके अलावा जैसे हमारा भी सेंट्रल एशियन के साथ हम थोड़ा डील कर रहे हैं क्योंकि वहाँ थोड़ा क्योंकि ऑल्दो चाइना रशिया रिलेशंस आर बूमिंग लेकिन वो भी सेल कर रहे हैं. So when Putin visited India last month, so there was a news कि maybe India और China वहाँ को joint India Russia वहाँ को joint एक plan release करें जो कि थोड़ा एक जो influence है वो counter करे. Apart from that, जैसे हमारा अभी UAE में हम we were about to send them I think तेजस, लेकिन फिर हमारा एक साउथ कोरियन कंट्री के साथ कंपटीशन चल रहा है.
वो हीरोइन का मूवी फ्लॉप हो गया या हीरो का मूवी हिट हो गया, not those unless until you are an aspiring actor yourself, right? So then it is okay, it's maybe it's your area of interest, right? So you need to talk about things which are the burning issues. इस टाइम पे अगर हम बात करें to have impact on NATO countries, on the the other countries, on Russia, China is also having some kind of a stake there. So you need के बारे में बताओगे. अब हम आत्मनिर्भर भारत की बात कर रहे हैं. Harsh talked about this deal with deal on that BrahMos missile. So that is related news, right? So you need to be a little selective and discreet about what you're prepared. You people to go berserk on trying to cram anything and everything as far as the news is concerned. Be a little. I've been talking about various the last term 6 महीने की बात करें. It depends on आपका इंटरव्यू का क्वेश्चन का पिच कैसा है. Is it that tell me what is happening now? It could be tell me what happened in the last 3 months or last 1 year. So you follow that cue given by the interviewing officer कि आपको बात हो रही है, 6 महीने की बात हो रही है, और ही जस्ट केप्ट इट टोटली राइट, वहां पे भी आप बता सकते हो कि क्या है। तो जो चीजें राइट, उन चीजों को आप पढ़ो राइट। आशीष पवार, हाउ आर यू?
I'm good, sir. Very good.
Yes.
How are you?
So what is it that that excites you? If I ask you, Ashish, tell me something that has caught your attention in the last 1 month at national level, what will that be?
Sir, at a national level, I would say that is going to manufacture the chips in India. So, it will build that semiconductor ecosystem.
Okay.
And, which is one of the big part of digital economy. So this is one of the news, sir, that got my attention.
All right.
Yeah. And sir,
So good.
there are yeah.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon. Kind of interests. So you should follow those. You should follow that kind of news. Besides the whatever, like I said, burning issues, etc., etc.
Yes, sir.
Then you can talk about sports. You can talk about what's happening. अगर नेवी तुम्हारा choice है, so navy related news that you may be keen on, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And who else is there? Naresh, good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, बताओ, तुमसे अगर पूछा जाए कि what is the news that has caught your attention? Tell me any news in the last 1 month.
Sir, the first thing that is international meeting with the 5 betterment in that. This was a good news. And sir, the third thing that is
okay. Naresh,
yeah.
Naresh, I'll just
Yes, sir.
stop you. So what do you think now? दो इंटरव्यू में आपसे क्या होता है कि आपका जो जवाब है वो एक नया क्वेश्चन बन जाता है, right? The next
Yes,
question emanates from your answer. Now you said how you can improve the education system of the country on an online kind of a mode, right? So what will be your 2 suggestions? Something mechanically, or are you looking at things which you also analyze, right? So you said something about the booster dose being researched or something like that, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So if my question to you can be, okay, so what do you think is the need for a booster dose? Should we have booster dose in India? And if so, then whom should it be given on priority, right? Do you have any views on this?
Yes, sir. My views are, sir, we have already started giving the booster dose of Covaxin. Old age people who are suffering from some disease are given on the primary basis, and before them the first hand workers were given so that they could tackle the issue of COVID. So it's a great step taken by the Indian government, and I think it is very essential for especially the first line workers and then especially the old age people to give them booster doses to increase the immunity especially.
Okay, so how is it different from the one being tested in Montreal?
Sir, in Montreal, I was reading this. They are we have recently saw the news about that the second beta variant is coming of Omicron. So they are again testing it to create a antigen or something for this booster dose so that it can tackle the problem of the new mutant variant which has come for that. So the trials are going on, but it hasn't been accepted yet. So for that.
All right. Okay. So see, when you say this, आप जिस तरह की चीजें बोलते हो, you're quoting some foreign agency or something like that. Also look at your own indigenous things, right? How does that compare with it? All right. Otherwise, there is a general tendency, to think very high of something that is happening abroad, right? And not taking pride in what is happening within the country. Correct. So what are the challenges,
Yes,
right? If I ask Whom should I ask? Yes, Nirav, what are the challenges that Bangladesh is facing as far as spread of COVID and then, Omicron, etc. is concerned? How is it being tackled there?
Sir, as directed by our Prime Minister, we are instructed to follow the proper instruction, wearing masks, and our school colleges also remain closed. We are also told not to gather in a place totally 100%. Our vaccination is on the process. Many of the students got the 2 doses already, and booster doses is also given to the people who are in the front row, like our doctors or military person. And also there are some issues which are facing, like in the sector of education, in garment sector, there is some problems. People aren't, they are thinking that this normal.
Okay.
So they are not wearing masks, no interest in wearing masks. So the spread of COVID is increasing day by day in Bangladesh. Actually, we have to follow the rules by our own self, because it's if one get affected, his or her family total should be affected by this Omicron.
All right. Okay. Chalo, I mean, the story is the same in the subcontinent, right? Whether it's subcontinent, in fact, Europe में और ज़्यादा खराब है हालत, because वहाँ पे तो in the name of freedom, they are not even getting vaccinated, no social distancing, and at least that way we are slightly better off. But yes, there are still a lot of people who are throwing caution to the winds, right? So that is definitely there. Nirav, just for my understanding, tell me what is the process of selection as far as the Bangladesh? You are applying for Air Force or Army there?
So Air Force.
Air Force. So what is the process of selection? Suppose you want to go for flying branch. What is the process?
Sir, firstly, I have to take my pre-examination going through IQ, English, physics and math. After getting selected that, then there is a medical test, pre-medical test. After passing that, pre-viva, then we are going for ISSB, Inter-Services Selection Board, which is 4 days long. In first day, there is IQ test and PPDT. After the 2 tests,
PPDT.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Yeah. Okay. Chalo.
So then in the evening, there is a psychology test. This is our first day is conducted. In second day, there is GTO task. Some of our have DP vivas. And third day, we have command tasks. The viva. Then fourth day is our result, sir.
4th day, the result. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So when you say GTO Viva, that is the interview, right?
Yes, sir. GTO. Sir, not sir. It is Viva with GTO, just 2 or 3 minutes like that.
Acha. Okay. All right. So, So there is no separate interview as such?
Yes, sir. In second day, we have interview, sir. In second evening.
Right. And what about the pilot aptitude test?
Sir, it is after the selection, not in the ISSB. After getting recommended from ISSB.
All right. So you're almost similar to what is happening in India, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. So that is, I mean, no wonder, you're finding these things useful for you also, right? So keep.
Yes, sir. I am following you, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
You can look forward to more useful things coming up in future, right?
Yes, sir.
Thanks. And Megha Tripathi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
Good. So what is happening? What is happening in your institute? तैयारी कैसी चल रही तुम्हारी? Republic Day also, I think you all also celebrated, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So there are many programs which are conducted in our institute. Last time I participated in poem recitation. There I presented my own poetry, and it was well appreciated by all teachers, even my Pragyanam house. All members they appreciated my poetry as well. You also appreciated it, and a lot of appreciation I get from my previous friends, the NCC friends. So it was very nice day, 15th of January.
26th of January.
Yeah, so 15th January Army Day, and definitely 26th January also I presented a poetry, patriotic poetry of my favorite poet Shri Atalji. There
Very
also
nice.
I get
Very
appreciation.
Right. So, how many of you are interested in sports? Who are really passionate or very much interested in sports? No, just must follow it up, right? Learn more about it. जो आपने आपके PIQ में लिखा हुआ है, I follow this, I represented this, my, particularly if you played it at a slightly competitive level, then, you ought to know a little bit more about it, right? So Nishchay Pokhriyal says that he is interested in sports. What kind of sports are you interested in? Mohit Tiwari, welcome. Good afternoon.
Sir, I've played a lot of sports, sir, in my school days, like in my college also, but in COVID, I couldn't. I've
That's
played
okay. COVID is a
football, basketball. I've played volleyball also, hockey also. Except for cricket, I've played like almost every sport, I think.
Right. So when you open the newspaper or when you're looking at the e-news, right? Newspaper आजकल कम करते लोग, in shorts पे ही खत्म हो जाता है मामला, huh? So what is it that you look for? Do you look for sports news or you are preoccupied with current affairs and GK and all?
No, sir. Nowadays, usually the newspaper I am reading right now, Indian Express, so it's flooded with usually cricket and tennis news. So I like not much, but like when cups and all are there, like some cups are going. So usually sports football news is there. Basketball, I generally do not find articles, but I go through some highlights or something. So like I'm a little bit about it. But after like school, I थोड़ा सा कम हो गया sir, but I'm like starting it again.
Which school have you studied in?
Sir, I completed my schooling from Sainik School, Ghodakhal.
Acha, okay, you're Ghodakhal type. Okay,
yes.
Right. So, all right. And presently, what is your qualification level?
Sir, currently I'm pursuing law from Army Institute of Law.
Mohali.
Yes, sir. Mohali.
Right. Which year?
Sir, currently I'm in third year.
Third year. Okay.
Yes.
Fine. Chalo, good. So what the point I'm trying to make is, if you are interested in sports, follow that up, right? Don't leave it, मेरे को current affairs, general knowledge के question पूछे जाएंगे तो आपने सारा time वहाँ पे लगा दिया. Like I told you, be a little selective. Be a bit discreet about what you are reading, right? You don't have to read everything under the sun, right? No person can know enough of general knowledge, right? What is important is, what are you focusing on? I told you area of interest. जिस चीज में भी है, प्रोफेशनल फील्ड में अगर आपका है, प्रोफेशनल में आपका क्या इंटरेस्ट है, उसके बारे में पढ़ो. आपका गेम स्पोर्ट्स वगैरह में क्या है, उसके बारे में पढ़ो या उसके बारे में थोड़ी सी नॉलेज रखो. देन यू कैन आल्सो टॉक अबाउट योर hobbies etc, right? And yes, very very important is the burning issues, right? What are the key burning issues, both at your national level, international level, and something that is impacting you, right? So again, this morning I was talking to somebody, and father is a carpenter, but he said, while talking about his daily routine, he says, I help my father in farming. So अभी तक ये चीज कहीं पे निकल के नहीं आई थी कि his father is also got farmland. So the moment I heard that, I asked him, okay, tell me about the farm laws, right? How does it impact? How much of land do you have? What kind of crops do you cultivate, right? You're getting the point. So it is not about merely, आपने रट लिया 4 चीज 6 चीज या 10 चीज, and that is it. No, it is contextual. That's what I said in the beginning. It is contextual, right? आपके घर में जमीन है और आपको ऐसा possible नहीं है कि you are not impacted by the farm laws. For the good or for the bad, definitely it will impact you, right? You are interested in a sport, you played it at a competitive level. There is no question of you not knowing about it, not following that, right? At least in the news, maybe you cannot play at the moment, but yes, you have to have that. You are wanting to join army and you don't know कि army में आप कौन-कौन सी services join कर सकते हो, right? You are an NCC cadet and you do not know कि NCC follow करके आपको फायदा क्या हुआ है, right? So things like this, like I said beginning, tell me what entry are you preparing for?
Sir, I'm preparing for ND entry.
Yeah. So you're a fresher.
No, sir. I recently got screened out from 11
Yes.
SSB Allahabad for TS entry.
Yeah. Okay. So any problem areas you find in SSB, right? Mohit or anybody else? No. Let me take that question. Any problem area you feel that requires clarification?
Sir, I do have a doubt, sir.
Okay,
sir,
only
the
go
thing is
ahead.
that when you go for the personal interview, do we have to carry any certificates or stuff like that? Like maybe I will be telling that I got some certification in this particular field. So should I be carrying that or?
Yes, you have to. You should carry. You should take a folder and put all those certificates there, right? Certificates of merit, right?
Okay.
Certificates of merit, and of course your 10th, 12th, and other certificates that your BTech degree and mark sheets and all those things that in any case you'll have to carry, right? Put them in a folder and carry it. That's always better. Yeah. Anybody else?
Okay.
Somebody else was saying?
Yes, sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah, bolo.
Sir, I have not participated in sports in my school days. So will it create any negative impact in the interview?
जब आप बोल रहे हो नॉट पार्टिसिपेटेड इन स्पोर्ट्स क्या मतलब आपने स्पोर्ट्स फील्ड की तरफ देखा भी नहीं है?
No, sir, not interested at all.
Not at all. So what are you interested in?
Sir, in studies, academics. In co-curricular, I have participated in debates, speech competitions.
All right. So how's been your performance in academics? 10th, 11th, 12th का अच्छा number है आपके?
Sir, in 10th, I have got 97%. In 11th, I have got 89 and 12th is ongoing.
12th is ongoing, right? What kind of team activities have you participated in?
In which activities?
Team activities.
Team activities.
Group activities.
Sir, I have not participated in many group activities. I have participated in PT in the Independence Day programs. In parade.
Okay. So are you see the point is it is possible that you can keep your mic off. Just put your mic off. I think there's some echo there. So what the interviewing officer or the assessors are looking for is, do you have the intent of working in a group, right? Given an opportunity, will you be able to work in a group? That is number one. Second is, have you shown this particular thing anytime in your recent life? Any kind of group activity. It doesn't have to be sports. It doesn't have to be games. It can, like you said, PT, or it can be a camp. It can be scouts. It can be anything, right? So are you, open to working in a group? How's your adaptability? किस तरह के फ्रेंड्स हैं आपके? आप खाली you are confined to the books, or do you also see outside, right? कहीं बाहर जाते हो, घूमने घामने जाते हो, outings?
Yes, sir, for the cycling I go daily in the early morning and in the evening as well. And in some group activities I have been like the class representative monitor of my class for last 6 years. So I have that experience of handling the people, the group of people.
So when people, so what is it that you have identified कि आपके क्लास के बच्चे चाहते क्या हैं, जो तुमने कुछ फैसिलिटेट किया है कभी ऐसा?
So like if there's any issue with them, they want me to solve with the teacher. They want me to convey their ideas to the teacher. So like that I have done.
And if they want to, if they want to go and play outside?
So that I never allow, because it can be allowed after the teacher's permission. I don't allow people to go out of the class in the absence of teacher without any emergency.
All right.
There are some rules and restrictions of the school that needs to be followed.
Okay, perfectly all right. So the point is, are you willing to work in a group? Right? Have you worked in a group? Not necessary that you play games, but some physical activities you are doing, right? So cycling अकेले जाते हो या किसी से साथ में मिलके जाते हो?
सर अकेले जाता हूँ.
अकेले जाते हो, सारी चीजें अकेले करते हो, हाँ?
Yes sir.
कुछ दूसरों के साथ पसंद करते हो कि नहीं, बैठना उठना?
Yes sir.
क्या करते हो दूसरों के कंपनी में?
सर फ्रेंड्स के साथ, अगर जैसे सुबह एक्सरसाइज के लिए भी जाता हूँ तो फ्रेंड्स के लिए साथ जाता हूँ, 2 फ्रेंड्स हैं उनके साथ, तो क्या साथ में एक्सरसाइज करते हैं, ऐसी बातें.
Okay, so I mean, it's not that it is a very serious handicap. A little handicap, yes, in case you are not working in a group, but it's not a serious handicap so long as your intention is to, you're open to it, right? Because जहाँ पे आपको as a part of your job, if you have to work in a group, you should be, very much willingly working in that group rather than नाक मुंह सिकोड़ के कि यार मेरे को काम फंसा दिया है. इस तरह का बॉडी लैंग्वेज या इस तरह का एटीट्यूड नहीं होना चाहिए. एंड दैट इज वेरी मच विजिबल इन योर जीटी. समझ रहे हो अक्षर? जीटी ग्रुप टास्क में ये एकदम दिखाई देता है. ओके, बाकी यस, लाइक आई सेड, इफ द विलिंगनेस इज देयर, देन थिंग्स आर एक्सेप्टेबल. एंड यस, like you said, okay, class monitor, participating in debates, some annual functions, etc., also you participated or no?
Yes sir, I have participated once.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not
and sir, in the school players like
great games, so long as you have focused on certain things, academics. कौन सी स्कूल में पढ़े हो तुम?
Sir, Central Academy, Rewa, Madhya Pradesh.
Rewa?
Yes sir.
Okay, there is a swimming school also there.
Yes sir, definitely.
उनके साथ तुम्हारे स्कूल को मैचेस वगैरह होते हैं कि नहीं?
क्या होता है?
कोई मैचेस वगैरह खेलते हैं उनके साथ?
No sir, there's no inter-school matches, like cricket matches are not there. But I have participated in inter-school competitions, but only in the debate, not in any other sport.
Okay, but your school participates or no?
Yes sir, it participates.
All right. Chalo, okay, thank you. Okay, not a serious problem. The intent must be there, right? The willingness must be there to cooperate. Otherwise, okay, no issues. No one may not be good in games and sports or not very keen on games and sports, but you are actively participating in extracurricular activities. That is okay, right? Some people are inclined towards extracurricular activities. Some people are inclined towards games and sports. Right, so both are acceptable. Absolutely, no problems.
Sir, one more doubt. Like sir, I have interest in cricket, but I don't play it. I see the scorecards, the news in the cricket aspect. So can I mention it in the PYQ?
In what?
In PIQ form. Like in the games, can I mention cricket?
As what?
As the interest, hobbies.
इंटरेस्ट आप बता सकते हो कि इंटरेस्ट मेरे को क्रिकेट देखना पसंद है, राइट? आप इंटरेस्ट में लिख सकते हो क्रिकेट. डोंट राइट इट इन गेम्स एंड स्पोर्ट्स, राइट?
Okay,
Don't
sir.
put it in games and sports, because that is something that you have to be playing, right? Even if it is casually, you have to be playing that. You cannot say कि I watch cricket, that's why I'm good in cricket. All right. So आप स्विमिंग के बारे में सब कुछ जानते हो, लेकिन स्विमिंग पूल पे उतरते नहीं हो कभी. Okay, you get the point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So just to deck up your PIQ, don't try to put this information. IU is going to authenticate all these things, right? Yeah. Ayush Rawat.
Sure.
Yeah. कौन से उसके लिए जा रहे हो आयुष? चलो. Anyway, I think.
Hello.
Yeah. Anybody else? Any doubts?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have a doubt, sir.
I have a doubt also.
Anshu first. Yeah.
Sir, during the interview, sir, when the CIQ was so long, so sir, how to remember it and how to, sir, sir, don't get nervous and retain the sequence exactly, sir. So that was my question, sir.
नहीं देखो, बेसिकली वाई द CIQ में क्वेश्चंस ज्यादा आपसे पूछे जाते हैं. वी आर ऑल्सो ट्राइंग टू सी कि आपकी एसिमिलेशन कैसी है. कोई आपको सिचुएशन बताई जाती है, आप उसको ध्यान से सुन के उसको एब्जॉर्ब कर सकते हो कि नहीं, राइट? कितना एब्जॉर्ब कर सकते हो. दैट इज वन ऑफ द थिंग्स बीइंग ऑल्सो चेक्ड. द सेकेंड इज अगर आपको पूरा चीज ध्यान नहीं है, आप पूछ सकते हो कि सर आई हैव फॉरगॉटन, could you please they want to know is how much of improvement has come about in your performance since your last attempt. That is for repeaters. तो वहां पे आप क्या बोलना चाहोगे कि सर मेरे को टाइम नहीं मिला इसलिए मैं लॉन्ग जंप प्रैक्टिस नहीं किया. कितना टाइम लगता है लॉन्ग जंप प्रैक्टिस करने में? Viral?
Yes, sir.
You are working somewhere?
No, sir.
So there is no time to, for half an hour you can't spare time?
Yes, sir, I can make it, sir.
So I'm sure you will make it. You can make it, right? वो आपका will होना चाहिए. That's what I said. If the will is there, you can do it, right? But अगर आपने पहले से reconcile कर लिया है कि इस बार भी नहीं होगा, तो then that is a defeatist attitude, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Either it is a defeatist attitude or it's a very complacent attitude कि जितना है तो उतना बहुत है, right? So you need to, I think, improve upon your performance, which is the current performance, right?
Yes, sir.
Chalo, all the best. Yeah, and keep watching. Right. Chalo, guys, I think that is it. Any last questions?
Yes, sir. One more question.
Yes. Who's that?
Sir, if I have the board with the freshers and I am the repeaters, so is there any impact on my selection system?
No. See, like I said, SSB में हम क्या करते हैं? We try and see you against your background. आपका background as a repeater है, तो आपका obviously you are more familiar with the system, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
आपको थोड़ा सा इतना ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लगेगा किसी चीज को समझने के लिए. So because you are already familiar with the system, right? The second thing is you will be slightly more confident. अगर आपका कईयों का shy nature होता है, वो that shyness goes, that anxiety is not there anymore. Freshers को वो चीजें होती है, right? But when the assessor is seeing you, particularly it will happen in the GT, in the group task.
Yes, sir.
Group task में you might have a little advantage because you are familiar with certain tasks, etc. But ऐसा नहीं है कि वहां पे भी अगर आप ऐसे बिहेव करो कि नहीं यार मेरा पिछली बार भी नहीं हुआ था, इस बार भी नहीं होएगा, तो ऐसा माइंडसेट के साथ मत जाओ, राइट? You don't worry about आप फ्रेशर के साथ में हो, रिपीटर के साथ में हो. You give your performance better than the last time.
Yes, sir.
Right? That is what you should focus on. Don't worry. I mean, it doesn't have so much of impact, right? We are just seeing how have you really improved? Are you able to do it? don't become very conscious about it. Okay, don't be
Okay, sir.
conscious.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Anshu, that's your last question. Chalo.
Yes, sir. Sir, on PPDT, sir, because it is a nightmare for us, sir. PPDT, sir, how to improve performance in.
अच्छा, मैं नेक्स्ट एक सेशन लेता हूँ जिसमें मैं I will discuss PPDT. ठीक है?
So
Is that
PPDT
okay?
and TAT also, sir.
हाँ?
The TAT.
TAT.
Yes, sir. Thematic appreciation test.
अच्छा, ठीक है. You keep locked on, right? So I will cover these things one by one, right? PPDT में next time I'll try
Yes,
and
sir.
cover a PPDT in the same thing, right? So I'll show you a picture and you write your stories and narrate them here itself, right? So I can do that much. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Otherwise, Anshu, you are there on Unacademy?
Sir, I have watched your video, sir.
हाँ, नहीं तो Unacademy में तुमने सब्सक्रिप्शन लिया हुआ है क्या?
No, sir. From one of my friend has taken subscription, sir. So from there, I had watched all your videos, sir.
Okay, because अभी एक कोर्स चल रहा है वहाँ पे, कोर्स टू ए स्क्रीनिंग टेस्ट, राइट?
Yes, sir.
यस. नीरव, तुम
Yes, sir.
तुम लेना चाहते हो सब्सक्रिप्शन अनअकैडमी का?
Yes, sir.
लेना चाहते हो?
Sir, how it could be possible from Bangladesh, sir?
Yeah, it is possible. I think it should be possible. Unacademy.com देखना तुम, right?
Yes, sir.
And वहाँ पे go for this Captain Rajesh, right? And if you want, this is my mail ID, right? तुम ये करके बताओ, you can message later on in the next class, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Otherwise, in the same this thing Train4SSB में तुम message डाल सकते हो comment में, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Because वहाँ पे all these things are getting covered, right? Your TAT, VAT, PPDT, interview, सारी चीजें structured तरीके से चल रहा है उधर, ठीक है? And to some extent, it will be to quite an extent. That's why I asked you what is the procedure, right? So procedure more or less is the same. थोड़ा सा फर्क होगा, but the basic principles are same.
Yes,
right?
sir.
In fact, we have the assessors from Nepal, Nepalese army also get trained in DIPR, right? I mean, once in a while, not all the time. I've seen those people being there, right? And I did interact with the delegation of the Nepalese army, right, where their adjutant general, etc., they were present. And of course, they had come for a briefing on how we are conducting the tests, the SSB tests and all, right? So, I mean, by and large, these things are same. We have inherited these from the British times, and they have been moderated a little bit, right? Otherwise, it is the same. Chalo, okay, then see you guys. And I hope it has been useful. Useful or no?
Yes, sir. Useful, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Please do put in your comments and what you would like me to address in the next classes, right?
Sir, as the last time you have told that you will tell some about military service knowledge.
तुमने उसमें डालो भाई, अब कमेंट में डाल के रखा करो, so that it is a reminder for me. Military service knowledge के ऊपर, yeah, I will come out with something, right? I'm not getting enough time, but I'll definitely do it, right? I might post something in the channel itself, right? Chalo guys, see you then.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.